dojo in Japanese means a place where you learn the way. My sense is that the earliest disciples of Jesus were formed in that kind of way, a way that was more like a karate studio than a college lecture hall. So you're moving your body, you're making intentional choices, not just listening to content. I think I had been used to looking at text and becoming very familiar with it and knowing it in my head in more of a theoretical way. This is the Jesus way. But it's a whole other thing to figure out how that content connects with real life. The Bible can teach you how to live, but it can't tell you what to do next Tuesday afternoon. What we try and do with our group of friends is set up experiments that get at different aspects of how Jesus lived and what he taught. Sometimes an experiment can be a one-time thing. Other times we commit to it for a week or for 40 days and say, let's try this. You know, we've done things like small experiments like for a week, we're going to take a media fast to see if we have more time and space in our lives for God and people. Or how did Jesus travel? How did he get into situations where he would connect with people from different socioeconomic groups than his own? So some friends and I one time thought, well, we have to get to Santa Fe. Let's take the bus instead of a plane. So a 2-hour flight turns into 2.5 days of tiring travel, and we got to identify with what it's like to be poor in America, what it's like to not have a driver's license or to not be able to plan ahead or not to have an internet connection or not to be documented and needing to get somewhere. One of the fears historically about getting down to practice is that you can easily become legalistic. Well, I tried this experiment, therefore everyone else must do the same thing as I'm doing. We don't take an approach like that. We are trying these on. We're playing with it. We're seeing what helps. And a spiritual discipline is not an end in itself, but if it helps you towards the kind of transformation and shaping that you wish to have, then it's useful. But if it doesn't help you do that anymore, you can abandon it and try something else. This is the chemistry lab. This is the laboratory for experimenting with practice, connecting what Jesus taught to the stuff of life.